we need to be prepared for things like that as well.
Mm-hmm. What do you do to prepare for a worst case scenario? What do you
Well, in
do?
this area, I think we should always be. I mean, they've always said this area in South Texas should always be prepared, not necessarily for a snowstorm, but for a hurricane.
Floods.
Yeah,
Flash
hurricane
floods.
stuff like
Hurricane,
that.
flash floods.
I've always wanted to be in a hurricane.
They're not fun.
I know.
Personally, I like being in.
I'm just-
So, a tsunami in
It's just
Japan was
it's just a
awesome.
bunch of noise. That's
A
all.
lot of wind, lot of.
You were in
storm.
Japan during the tsunami?
I was in Galveston in a hurricane.
What
Which
happened? Tell me the experience.
We used to have hurricane season. and,
77,
it's just
Oh wow.
like it didn't hit us bad or anything, but
Back
it's
to-
like they get excited about it. It's like what junk.
They're
rings and everything.
I remember we threw a party.
Yeah.
We had a hurricane party and actually like made a hurricane.
Yeah.
Got shit faced. And then
You know, I know.
So did we.
okay.
We had a hurricane party. Got
You know why she makes us log into this? Because she knows nobody else. She makes us get on things. She wants
Mark,
us to look like we're the best.
since you are a bartender, I have a question. So when I was at main event yesterday, the drinks kind of had like a burnt taste to them, or like I don't
He's
know,
lost his sense of taste.
like
That's it.
they
He's
kind of
not-
tasted like it smoky or something. I don't know. Do you know why? I drank a hurricane, and that's it.
It sounds like the hoses.
I was gonna say, it sounds like me that this hasn't been cleaned.
Yeah.
There's mold in the
Mm.
lines because every so often, Pepsi or Coke, whoever's in charge has to come out and flush those lines out.
Yeah, when I worked the electric, they used to come every month to flush them. Because we were so busy.
Soda, beer, kegs, anything.
Well, we only
all the
had-
lines were
only
flushed.
the sodas. Because we didn't,
Have kegs.
yeah, we didn't have a credit. We tried it once, it just didn't work.
Mm.
So
Okay.
it's just,
But you have to flush the line.
I was just curious because I was like, I knew you were a bartender, so I thought I should ask you.
because it's, when you don't, it has this funky taste to it. The drinks start getting this funky taste.
The way I just sorry, go ahead, Bart. I describe it as like drinking. I know, right? I just jumped.
You did that
Sorry,
twice
guys.
in like what, like 30 minutes.
That's a little less than 3 minutes. It tastes to me it kind of tastes like that you had a Diet Coke in your drink. That's the flavor that I taste when that happens.
Possibly.
This is making me crazy. These are not.
Yeah, you're like, what is this mixed with?
It also depends on also what they use to make a hurricane. Because a lot of people use different liquors to make hurricanes.
Yeah.
Hurricane thing with rum.
Well, matter of fact, since you said that,
No, it's made with all the whites.
Original hurricanes with rum.
Original
Rum and
hurricane
tequila.
is made with rum.
I
Rum
thought they had
and
tequila,
what's
right?
the pineapple juice?
I know. When I used to drink, I went to what was it, Sparky's. I asked for a hurricane and a screwdriver. And so the hurricane, I was in the bartender. He actually used Fireball.
Well, I was gonna say because you use
And
rum and then
that's
Captain
where
Morgan's over the
It
top.
tastes nasty, and you get that cinnamon taste to it.
It didn't taste cinnamony. It
This
just,
was
more like a
nasty as
smoky
hell.
taste.
yeah, like, I don't know.
See, the way I've seen them done is
Yeah,
they do
that sounds
pineapple
like
juice,
something
orange
old.
juice,
Rum.
and cranberry, and then you do the rum, the Captain's Morgan over the top.
I didn't have no cranberry when I'm in New Orleans.
Are we still
Those are
using
the
these?
original.
Are we still using?
Like you hungry?
What
All right,
No, I just
so
want to know
Okay,
so I can
let's
get.
start.
So I can
11 o'clock.
actually we already started.
Oh shit!
Really?
Yeah.
Are these the pastors?
5 minutes ago.
No, those are ours.
Welcome everybody. This is Living Positive. We are recording, or you have been listening to us just bullshitting. My name is Leo, and we are joined by.
Hi guys, my name is Wayne.
That's so
I'm Jace.
I'm Jerry.
Mark.
Santiago.
Sylvia.
All right, so today we are just going to be talking about what's been going on in our lives, and then we may deviate into other topics. So, yeah, we'll start off with Jerry, since we never really hear from
Hear
you.
about me? So what do you want to know? I've got a new bed that's amazing.
Yeah, what?
A new bed.
Oh, you
The
finally
sleep
got it.
got the sleep number bed. I'm trying it on 40 right now. I had it on 70 when I first got it. So I'm going to go up slowly to different levels and see what's best for me. But I can't even get out of bed half the time. It's so comfortable.
It's because you're old.
Thinking
I'm not old. It's the best investment I've made ever.
talking about that, I've been thinking about getting a weighted blanket.
what?
You'll love
Weighted.
it.
Oh, they're fucking amazing.
You'll love it.
What,
No.
I've never heard of that.
They're a blanket that's heavier.
And it's supposed to make you fall asleep like
And the
a
peop-
lot quicker.
Yeah, the people who have them say they work.
They're great.
I'd
Yeah.
love to try
No
one
problem.
Can you buy
myself.
one at Amazon?
You
Yes.
can. But
It's called gravity. They call it a gravity blanket. or
yeah,
something
but
like
you have to buy one that depending on how much you weigh, you have to buy a certain pound one.
Check Amazon.
And
Try
since
mine,
I'm
you'll see
fat,
for fat.
mine's like $80.
And so Mark pulls out his Amazon
that. So yours is
What
an
was it
80.
called?
Huh?
What was it called again?
Just a weighted blanket.
weighted blanket or gravity blanket.
Yeah.
Lord, I can. If Leo's at 80, that would mean I would have to have like 120.
You have to have 200.
I don't have any problem sleeping on my bed while I sleep. And it felt, in fact, it tells me how long it takes me to fall asleep, how long I was asleep.
So
Was I restless? It tells me my heartbeat, my breath, how
My
much breath.
Fitbit does that.
Yes, everything the Fitbit
My
does,
doctor does
my
that.
bed does. That's why I call it a smart bed. And if I snore, it raises the head up too. Sure does. But I don't snore.
Hey, that's the only head you get recently. Enjoy it. Yeah, you say that out loud.
Yes, you did. But you have
Mark
cameras in my bed
said.
now? Your life must be boring.
I slept 6 hours and 25 minutes last night. And I have no idea how this
I'll
Fitbit
pull
knows it,
mine
but
out.
it
Let me
knows that
pull
I
mine
slept
out.
6 hours and 25 minutes.
Probably
I got
because
mine on my app.
if you move your hand, it thinks you're awake.
And I also, like, if I go onto my app, it'll tell me out of that sleep what was REM,
Mm-hmm.
what was a light sleep, what was...
What
What was a wet dream? Yeah.
Yeah, that wet dream I had. Yeah, you're right.
Ooh, did you wash your hands
Which time?
after the wet dream? Touching all these donuts and stuff.
Oh, Lord.
I took a shower this morning, scrubbed everything.
Jace, I see you got a new haircut.
Yeah, I got this one cut, and then I thought I'd get this one over here cut too.
I had to double look to see where you were pointing.
No, I actually like it. It's shorter than what I normally get,
No, it's really looks good. I think you'll
and
like it.
I really like it.
It actually makes you look younger.
First thing Santiago
Yeah.
said when he walked through the door downstairs, he said, "Wow, you got a haircut. You look great."
Yeah, it makes you look younger. Younger.
Yeah, you finally look like you're 59.
Oh,
But he's only 41.
rude.
Anything else going on in your life, Jace?
It weighs 20 pounds?
Uh-huh. It's because it's of your weight.
Yeah,
Of your weight.
based on your weight, you have to get a weighted blanket that weighs a certain amount.
Like someone like me, it wouldn't be that heavy because I'm light.
Okay, now, how does that
What
act
if we
for
give
somebody
you a
who's
heavy one just to
claustrophobic?
smother
Because
you?
I'm claustrophobic. I'm just wondering
Ooh.
how I would feel with that.
You put it on your
It feels
belly
amazing.
button.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I need it for my back.
Actually, it feels like you have probably 2 or 3
Quilts, yeah.
blankets
Oh,
on top
okay.
of you. You just,
I think that would be a problem for me. Because I guess I'm like you. I need something really light. That's why I've been ordering all these comforters. Because they're really light comforters. The heavy ones, I just feel like I'm struggling to breathe.
Yes.
Maybe that's why you don't sleep. You
Go
know?
to sleep number over at the Quarry Mall. Just lay on the. I slept on it for 20 minutes, 30 minutes before I bought it.
Did they not call? They thought you were homeless or something?
They knew I wasn't homeless because I was there buying the bed. Thank you.
Well, homeless people walk into McDonald's, want to order something.
And then can't
they
order
have
nothing
money.
because they got no money.
Well, how did they know you have money? What is up with your pants?
What? I mean,
I said that at the beginning. He looked like a homeless bum that he just picked up.
I just noticed that. It looks like your pants are way down. You're showing your business. Girl, you are not 12 or 20.
At least I didn't
You
bring
are
my
80,
York.
60
at least no, I'm not. Don't lie. At least I didn't wear my Mardi Gras pants.
Oh my
My Mardi Gras pants have a big hole right here. Both my cheeks are showing. And
Put a cup
Ooh.
in your hand. Somebody's gonna put some change in it.
I know.
For real.
Mark,
don't be hating. And I'll donate all the money to Living Positive.
Thank you.
Yes.
you were gonna say something?
It was not going to be pretty.
Oh, okay.
That hole in the ass is what got you in the group.
Oh. I'm supposed to be watching this.
Jace.
Back to me.
Yeah.
What was the question?
It's whatever. Other than coming in here every Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, or whatever day I get scheduled, not much is going on with my. I stay home with my dog because.
Well, I know you have been having trouble sleeping.
Yeah, last week I was. And I started taking some melatonin, and my sleep cycle was almost back to normal.
I tell you,
So,
sleep.
and I have no idea what caused. And I have no idea what caused it to go. I mean, because I don't feel any stress. I don't
I
feel
get a
any.
referral bonus.
Maybe it's the demon
Do you
that's
really?
haunting you
I don't have a demon haunting me.
instead of the one haunting me.
Yeah, there is one haunting you because it had a dead bird at your front door yesterday.
You got a espanto after you, girl.
That's fine.
And you're the one that said when we saw that owl the other night that said, "Oh, something bad's going to happen." Who had the dead bird in front of their door or the feathers? You did.
Okay,
not me.
Maybe Leo's gonna get screwed by a ghost. It might be a good thing, you know.
Yeah, maybe
I
I'll
never feel it.
I'll finally find a husband who's a ghost.
And they were, like you said, they were around your car too.
What?
You need a limpiada.
Yeah, like I think last week or 2 weeks ago there was bird feathers near my car.
It says when you gave me your bird feather.
But I mean, the thing is,
Yeah.
I found that at work.
the thing is, right now is the time that babies are falling out of the nest and stuff like that, so they're getting eaten. And yes, circle of life.
Yeah.
Okay, babies don't have feathers.
The younger ones that are ready to leave the nest, but they can't fly yet.
Well, I do know.
They'll jump down and
But
they.
then they're not ready yet.
Well, no, they do. The mother, you'll see a mother with them sometimes.
Mother will push them out and it's like, "You're going to fly."
Yeah.
Whoops! I guess you're not.
Oh, don't forget that cat's gonna eat you.
Well, the ones in front of his door was not a baby bird. They were adult feathers.
I tell you what, there's some kind of mojo going on. Some brujeria. You need to get a limpiada. You have any sage? Burn some sage in your place.
Well, my friend says that owls represent, death, but it represents like the death of something, and you're going to start something new, and then the circle of birds is like the circle of life. So it's,
Like I
So
said,
the owl's the one eating the birds.
yeah,
Mhm.
more than likely
The
the owl's
owls
the
are
one that's eating the
carnivorous,
bird.
so-
Yeah.
You need
Well, as I
some
said, that
sage.
that owl that we saw
Copal, get some copal
swooped down
too.
to catch that kitten or small cat.
Yeah.
Of course, that small cat wasn't having any of it, so he took off.
Hell, I saw a video one time online, and they were in a park in Washington, I think, and an
It looks
eagle
like you're
comes down and
masturbating, Joe.
grabs a toddler.
You're like this.
I'm not moving my head, cochina.
I'm looking at you.
My head is that big.
doing?
I am not masturbating. My hand is not moving, cochina.
Maybe his hand just moves on its own. 'Cause
Without you realize.
do you have Parkinson's disease, maybe?
Don't. That's wishful thinking. You need your eyes checked, girl.
Wishful thinking of you, really?
Oh,
Speaking of
please.
eyes, Jace made this comment earlier that Mark looks really, really good with his beard.
Yeah, he does. I like that.
He
I
looks-
love
He
beards.
don't.
It's like Grandpa Mark.
Well, no, he looks like a Mexican
I
Amish
just
guy.
love beards.
You know what?
Mexican Amish.
You do.
Yeah.
No,
do.
he
Like a
doesn't.
very tanned Amish.
I actually like it.
you
Honestly,
do.
this morning at 3 in the morning, I thought about, I put
I'm gonna buy you the hat.
shaving cream and everything. I was going to shave it off.
No,
I'm like,
don't.
no.
Just shave the mustache, and we're gonna
I-
get you the little. Amish
When you
hat.
start feeling that
actually,
you
you
could
look
just
good
get
with
some
your
like head
goatee,
and
too.
shoulders or something, and just scrub it down in
No,
on
it
your
doesn't
skin.
itch anything. It's just, I was bored at 3:30 in the
I
morning.
love my beard. I will not
should have
ever cut my
done that.
beard.
What the?
What do you
think
What do you
I'm
think
doing
about
it, and
his
I'm
beard?
not.
I'm iffy on the beard.
You're
You
iffy
what?
on
I
the
like the clean shaven look myself on Mark.
See, I love men with beards.
Oh.
I'd like to see him with just
Yes.
the goatee. See
I
how
can't
he
even
looks
grow a
like that.
beard.
I mean, it looks
I know.
good.
I'm trying to see what I can grow.
It looks really good, but I
But
I don't have the
like the
space
clean
right
shaven
here.
Mark.
How old are you? 30, Leo?
Yeah.
Get the fiber thing.
I was gonna say I didn't even start growing it. I couldn't. I was like that up until about 40, and then when 40 hit,
I was
then
the
I was
same
able
way.
to grow.
My friend told me to try horse shampoo. It's supposed to help
Me too.
help your hair
Mine
grow
Beard
thicker
wash
and stuff.
Me
Uh-huh.
too.
Mane and
okay.
tail
Maybe
horse
become like
shampoo.
a horse.
Yeah, it's supposed to thicken it. Thicken your hair.
Maybe I should try that on the hair on my head. This head.
So anyway, yeah, I used to use it when I was a kid. It does make it thicker and everything. It does kind of help it grow, but not really.
I don't even
I would just get the
think
fiber
this.
pin.
But you also said you have Native American blood in you, though, don't you?
So you should
Oh, I
do
don't
that.
know.
That could account also
Okay,
for.
why do you believe him? You know,
Well, no,
I
but-
have
but
any
if
shit
it-
that comes out of his mouth.
We all have Native American blood.
No, I don't.
I don't.
I'm colonial, thank you.
But my brothers and
Oh, good
sisters
for
do
I'm
because of
Spaniard.
their fathers.
Pure Spaniard.
And my
Fuck
brother
outta here,
Keith,
bro.
he's the same way. He cannot grow.
Don't
a
be
thick-
hating
he can
fucking
grow a
Little
goatee,
Antonio Mexican.
but he
I'm
can't grow
Spaniard.
thick
I'm
sideburns.
Spaniard.
My family's from Spain.
Fucking nopal, dude. Nopal, you have a fucking little.
No pie.
Don't be hating.
I have been wanting to do
I
the
don't even look
23andMe.
like Hispanic, thank you.
You know what?
Yeah.
The 23andMe.
I think we all
What is
should.
that?
Yeah.
I don't want to. No, I don't want to know. I don't care.
The
Why?
23andMe
I don't
is
care.
like you spit into a tube and then they send you back like
spitting.
what you're
Yeah, it
Made
check
of
your
or
DNA
whatever.
Check your
Oh, that would
DNA.
be cool.
Genome, yeah.
it's $100.
Oh,
Well, you get it on
hell
sale
no.
for $49.
I've done that one, but I didn't. Mine wasn't made in but I think I did Ancestry.com though. It's neat. I mean, but the thing is, I already knew exactly how to track my family.
Well, you know what? I don't. I personally, my sister, when my aunt died, I think I told you all this. When my aunt died, her and my mom were from a small town, Lavernia, and out there, you know, not too far from here, off of 35 or something. I don't know, 37. Anyway, so after their funeral, after my aunt's funeral, we go to this Mexican restaurant in town, and my sister says, "Oh, our some people that are related to us own this restaurant." I said, "Oh, I didn't know that." And so we're eating, and my sister says, "Come over here. I want to introduce you. You see that one over there? That was Mom's cousins, brothers, uncles, grandma, or whatever." And I'm like, "I don't give a shit." And she says, "They're your family." I go, "You didn't hear me. I don't give a shit." And she says, "Why?" And I said, "Because I haven't seen them in this many years. I'm not going to see them after the funeral. Why do I need to know who they are?" And she says, "Because that was Mom's cousin." I go, "Again, I don't give a damn." I said, "I have the family I hang around with in town, my sister, my brother-in-law, my nephews, my niece. I don't give a damn about the rest of them. I really don't."
Family is not necessarily who you're.
I've never grown up
related
with
to
them.
by blood.
I remember.
Sometimes family
I
is something
probably remember a couple of them when I was 5 or 6. Where have they been?
A couple of years ago?
No, 5. Yes. Really. And so to me, that's why that's ancestry and all this stuff. It like doesn't really matter to me because I don't.
But it tells you like what nationalities you have inside of you. Like,
I'm a
maybe, like,
hot
you're
lesbian Mexican goddess.
Like
you
if you're
know?
1/3 Irish or whatever, you know.
Honey,
like,
this Latina can't be put down by any kind of label.
But
You
it
know
also
what? I
tells
don't
you,
care.
and as far as your ancestry, like let's say,
Okay.
because you're Mexican blood, it might pinpoint what part of Mexico you're
When you get me
And-
mad, you'll
and-
find
and-
out what part. You might find
I
out what
also
part of
believe
Mexico.
the 23andMe can also detail any possible health issues you might have.
Right.
Yeah, but that's an
But
extra.
that's yeah.
That's an extra $100.
So
For me,
that's
that'd be
the
worth
big
doing.
because I I like tidbits. So I read a science tidbit every day, and that's where people are starting. People that have it now, they're starting to say, "Hey, do you really want to do the 23andMe or the Ancestry.com because now they have your DNA, which is something personal,
He swallows DNA every
and they
day.
could start." It's just a dangerous road to go down that we don't know about. You know, when they have your DNA, they start talking
I'd
about
have to see
being
his
able to
DNA.
go in.
The same can be said with you donating sperm at the donation bank or donating
If they
blood.
had
And
one,
matter of
yeah.
fact, if you've been in the military, they have your DNA.
Yeah.
If you've ever had to foster a child, they have your DNA.
Or if you have a crazy stalker person, I'm sure they have some hair of yours or
Yeah.
some toenail clippings.
That's brujeria, if you ask me.
We didn't.
I mean, the percentage of the population whose DNA has not been collected is so small, it's not funny.
I
Yeah,
collect
Like
DNA.
dad jokes.
I know. I gave them my DNA so I could be a bone marrow transplant person, and I finally got called to be one a couple years ago, but I couldn't do it
Terry too.
Why not?
Bone marrow.
because HIV.
Oh,
Terry's on the bone marrow thing.
but now you can if you're HIV and they're HIV.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But they weren't. It was a little girl that needed it.
Can you pass HIV?
Uh huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's
But they could also clean it up. Let's say I want to have a kid, and I find me a
surrogate.
sexy lesbian goddess that is negative. What they'll do is they'll take my blood out and clean it, and then not my blood,
Your semen.
my semen,
Your
or
cum.
some people like
And they'll scrub
Cum.
it.
come and they'll put it in her vagina, cooch.
Or vahuha.
with a turkey baster.
My spider.
I mean, why would they do that? I mean, there's
But the
people that
spider's
are,
not left.
there's people that are undetectable that are having children.
Yeah.
I mean, there's two.
Yeah.
I know a
But-
husband and wife here in San Antonio that have three kids that are both
It's
HIV
still better to do
positive.
it that
but-
way.
And the chances, if you're, this is what I was told. The chances, if you're undetectable, the chances of the baby coming positive are extremely low. Extremely low.
And it's,
Well, that
it's
has no
almost
baby.
zero.
Yeah.
They're at
Yeah.
zero.
Yeah.
Almost all the babies that we have seen at Your Choice Clinic came from a mom who was positive, who was already taking care of herself. Although there were a couple that didn't find out till their pregnancy that they were HIV positive, which was really sucked for them. But we've been checking their babies, and they keep coming out negative. We check them for up till, it depends on the doctor, 18 months to 2 years old. Okay, anywhere between 18 months to 2 years. At 2 years, if they're still negative, we stop checking them, and they don't become a patient of ours. I mean, they're not a patient of ours any longer. So the babies carry the mom's immune system all that time up until the
Really?
18 months to 2 years. So that is why we checked them to see if there was any transmission at any time during the birth. But even the moms who have found out while they're pregnant that they have HIV, if those babies are put on antiretrovirals immediately after they're born, and the mama was put on antiretrovirals as soon as she found out, that we have never had a positive baby yet. We have never had a positive baby.
You said that. Dr. Boyd was telling me, because I asked her about HIV babies now.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, that's one of the few people who still get AZT.
Yes.
So the babies, yeah.
Yeah. We'll get
AZT
AZT.
doesn't work.
I
It
guess-
works
I-
for the
I-
babies because
I
we
guess-
haven't
I guess
had
it's
one.
I guess it's a lower dose, but it works.
Mm-hmm.
Every
I'm
time you
sure
guys
they
say
say
the
negative.
babies, I hear the baby.
The baby.
Because of how he was in the news recently.
Yeah, because he was homophobic. Or he made some kind of homophobic.
No, it was
rapper. From
homophobic.
what?
He said, paraphrasing, "I'm sure glad it ain't any of y'all AIDS people up in here. You know y'all be dying the next 2 or 3 weeks." And of course, I got on there and I went on a rant about, you do know that you're black and you have a 50-50 chance of having HIV yourself. And
But he got dropped by a lot of
yeah,
companies.
What was his name?
The baby.
the baby.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
Who's that?
He's a
He's a
rapper.
rapper.
So
Like
never heard
he
of
was
him,
supposed to be at Lollapalooza, but they
Yeah.
took him
Who
off.
was it? Someone was mentioned that. I don't know who mentioned it, that he was being dropped from festival to festival. I don't know who.
Yeah, well, the one that said something
Didn't he
positive was Miley Cyrus. Because she, you know how she's a very
Mhm.
big LGBTQ, A, Z, Q, whatever.
MOUSC.
Yeah.
Well,
Advocate.
all I can say is that a lot of moms who have said, you know, when they find out they're HIV positive, or not moms, but they're women, single or married, you know, I'm never going to have children. They have found out later that they can have plenty of children. Just stay undetectable. You know, you can have all the children you want. The transmission chances to babies now is just like almost non-existent.
I mean, I know four. What did I say? Four women in San Antonio right now that are HIV positive. That have been long-term HIV positive and have children.
Yeah, there's tons of them.
Who, Mary Ellen?
She doesn't have children.
What's going on over here?
He says my cum comes out as dust because I'm viejito. I'm not old.
You're 62.
I'm not. I don't act like I'm 62.
I know, you act like...
Look.
You're
Way to go,
two.
ladies. Good work. I don't even know what they're talking about.
But going back to whatever topic we're talking about,
Yeah,
there were
what the hell
there were
is
like
the
5
topic?
topics we're
I
talking
know.
about.
Let's ask Leo, what's going on in your life?
Yeah.
Yes, Leo, what's going on?
Working for the city, I put in an application to an apartment that I can hopefully move into
Where?
soon. It's next to the Conception Park.
Is it one you told me?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What about your wife?
It's called the St. John's Apartments.
Yeah, what
Those
about
are
your
nice.
wife?
Yes,
Those are actually old...
it used to be a convent for.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then
but the really small is more like a
studio.
studio, maybe even smaller than a studio.
Well, no, this will be in because they built new
Yeah, to the-
buildings.
to the-
Yes,
we went
and
to the-
it's going to be there.
I saw them. They're really nice. High ass ceilings, which that's awesome.
Mark says they're too small for him. I guess because he's a big girl.
Oh no, she didn't.
Wow.
Yes, you did.
Yes, she did.
Seriously?
Because you have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You have what? 2 couches, 2 tables.
Is that how you
No
meant
couches.
it?
I have no table right
Huh?
Is that how you meant it?
now. Yeah.
So
But yeah, so I'm
That's
hoping to move in there soon. It was only $25 for the application fee, which is not that
That's
bad.
easy to write.
Yeah.
I want to know if that hot guy Mario that worked with the bar with him that one night asked you out after all.
So we talked for a little bit. And then we had planned to go to dinner Tuesday, but he stopped texting. So I was like, okay.
He said you stopped texting. He said he was waiting for you to text him.
And this
I
bitch
did.
will not text back sometimes.
look
No,
at his text,
you
and who
won't.
was the last
He
person to
even
text?
asked me last night when I talked to him.
Ooh.
I said,
Girl.
Yes, I haven't heard nothing from Leo.
Because he asked if he wanted to go. I said, sure. And then that's it. He didn't text me back
Look at
after
the
that.
text. Were you the last person, or was he the last person?
I can't look at it now.
Why not?
This can be fixed. This can be fixed.
No.
But actually, speaking on him, because I had a lot of reservations going into it, he's 50 for one, not 40.
Yes. Does it look?
There's nothing wrong.
He
Did
looks
it?
No, I know.
Did he tell you he was 40?
Mark told me he was 40.
No, I thought he looks 40, but he's
Say 40 again?
No.
40. I love when he says 40.
I did too. Go on.
So I talked to a couple of people about it. I told my mom and I asked her for her opinion, and she's like, just give it a chance. You never know. So that's why I said yes to having dinner, but then he never said where or what time. So I was like, all right. So I went. What did I do Tuesday?
Man up and go
Oh,
for
I
it.
met with my friend Lee.
I missed the whole
And
plan.
you had Taco Bell for dinner.
Yes.
I absolutely love
You're
Lee to
welcome,
death.
by the way.
I already told you. Thank you. And
Did you hear me?
then
I love Lee. I love Lee.
at the end of the month, I'll be going to LA
Four
just to go
with
myself. And if Mark, if he wants to join, but he doesn't want to fly.
I'm gonna go to
I
Visa.
cannot
Who's
fly.
got a
I
Visa?
told you I cannot fly. I told
It's
her
hard.
drive.
Her heart's
We're in
bad.
car. We would drive.
That was
What
a
do you
good
mean you
drive for
can't
you.
fly? How do you get to Vegas when you go to Vegas?
He
drives.
drives.
I'm
You-
taking 2 days. I'm leaving 2 days.
Oh.
4 days.
He's been doing that forever.
There
Her
ain't no
heart's
way.
bad. She's
You
getting
couldn't. I couldn't be in
that.
the car that long.
that.
I know. Mark said it'll be a 24-hour.
It's not really
Drive.
24 hours.
No, I know. It's like
24 hours.
18,
It's
but like
18.
if you have to like shit and eat and stuff.
Pick up tray.
Stop at Lion's Den, get some head.
Chat.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
Lion's Den is a, you know how we have the porn shop here? What do you call it?
Zebras?
Hustlers.
Zebras.
Oh.
So between here and there, and I mostly hit it when I'm going to Chicago. It's just a outside somewhere in the not woods, but somewhere in the side of the highway. It's called Lion's Den, and you can go in there. Just like if you're going to Zebras, you know they got the dildos, the porn shop, but in the back they also have a little peep show if you want to look at porn and everything. They mostly have it for the truck drivers are driving by and everything, and you just go in there and you know end up hooking up with somebody.
Do they have glory holes?
It's just one big room.
Anyways, so but
Well, you've been there.
it's
Tell
pretty
me.
good. I've been to a lot of places, motherfucker.
You've been to Lion's Den?
Yes.
Yes.
Did they have a glory hole?
That's why he was talking
I didn't
about
go
it.
up there. I'm not that desperate.
You said you went there. You tried it out.
He just said he tried it out. He just said he'd been there.
Oh.
You know, actually,
They wouldn't let him in?
anyways, but yeah,
They did let him in.
is that why you want to drive? I'm just kidding. No.
Just to get head.
I have to think about it. I'm trying to like
I cannot fly.
He's
get away from this.
What about?
conversation
Have
over
you
here.
tried sedating yourself?
No, it has to do with his heart.
My heart.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's why I can't
okay.
even get on coast.
Okay, I didn't. I didn't know
on
that.
the roller coaster.
On roller coasters.
I didn't know that. I
So,
didn't pay
but do
attention.
you have your plan of what you're gonna do in LA?
Not yet. I'm going to start looking at that soon. I'm nervous that, you know, with how bad COVID's getting, that things are gonna close or whatever.
It's bad in LA right now.
So
You know you're going to
It's
miss our
worse
next
than here.
board meeting.
No, you can still. go via phone like I
No,
did.
I'm not going to let him.
I think he could get back because Texas isn't doing anything. They'll let him come back.
Yeah,
And
for
if so,
sure.
then he'll get himself a new job over there.
I'm just saying it's worse over there right now.
Yeah.
I just
I've been
don't.
in Spain.
I don't know how people assume that I'm moving there. Because when I posted it on
'Cause you said,
Facebook,
what'd you say? I'm going to LA.
no, I said book my trip to LA, and
Oh.
so they're like,
Or maybe they think that
"Are
you're
you?
gonna go
Are
scout.
you
Yeah,
living over
people
there?"
are.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Like Sugar
I
asked
would-
that, Milton asked that.
I would just
you know while
carry.
he's there, he's going to check out jobs and places to live.
I just
Why
carry.
not?
I would just carry some
You have
masks
options.
and shit and do
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
you
You
want.
got an
Yeah.
island at the
Maybe
Canary
some
Islands.
a small Lysol or
Summertime.
whatever.
Yeah.
They have
Well,
them
you
right
like it.
now.
I mean, like when I went a couple months ago, it was alright. When nobody was like freaking out. But
Yeah.
make sure.
I got an Airbnb in West Hollywood
Ooh.
Yeah. Tell them how much.
for $63 a night.
That is unheard of.
Yeah.
There's really good.
Unheard of.
Give me the name of it.
And how long are you
Turn
there?
that off.
For 6 days.
Turn that volume down.
Actually, in LA for 6 days.
Yeah.
Well, West Hollywood.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a small,
Which is Gay Central.
smaller room.
Uh huh.
Because
That's all you need.
Not
Yeah. I,
necessarily.
I don't need
mean,
much.
I mean, you have to share the bathroom. It's kind of like a hostel sitting almost.
Yeah, but
But still, at 60, what'd you say, 63?
That's
68?
a steal. And
Yeah.
it is. I mean, not only in LA, but in West Hollywood, you can't touch a room for $300 usually.
Yeah, I saw
Is
some
it actually
for.
in somebody's house, or is
I
it,
saw some for 4,000
Yeah.
a night.
is it in somebody's house, or is it? Oh, you have
Or
no
is it a
idea.
hostel?
you know, and this is the way I see it. It's like if you're gonna stay there for $60, $100 doesn't really matter. You only need a place just to stay
Yeah.
and sleep.
That's
Because
right.
most of the time you're gonna be out and about. You know,
That's
if
true.
you guaranteed if you don't end up hooking up with somebody with all the bars and clubs and everything, at least you go home and you have a little place to fucking sleep and then wake up and go do your thing again.
It's like I told him, he could stay where he's standing and turn Grindr on, and there'll be 45 to 50 people within a quarter of a mile in West Hollywood. And it's even more if you go over to Silver Lake.
Damn, girl. You're going to get lucky.
This
Yeah,
trip
sure.
we stayed at what's it called, Hollywood Inn or something. It was right there off the board. What do you call it, Hollywood Walk of Fame, like a block away. And I think we paid $99 a night. So we stayed there 2 nights. It was
That's
it
a
was
good price,
okay.
too.
But you were in Hollywood, right?
But that's still a
Hollywood.
good price.
Well,
So
Hollywood,
not bad.
Hollywood, don't take this the wrong way, Hollywood tends to be a little seedy.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, it is like West Hollywood is a whole different story. I mean, that's where all the action of LA goes, is at West Hollywood.
The first time I stayed with my other ex, or my ex, we were in East LA, and I think we paid like 100, or he paid like 169 a night. And we were fucking like East LA. It's like, motherfucker, why are you charging so much? So I mean, you got a really good deal, dude. So yeah, give us the name and number. Well, first stay there and see if you like it or not.
Yeah.
So you didn't come back with bed bugs.
Ooh, Regina.
Damn.
Fucking Debbie Downer.
Ah,
No, I've already been thinking about all of
I'm
that.
going to go to Spain.
Well, my sister does, and she runs hotels.
Maybe when you go,
She
just
takes her own
bag
blanket
everything up.
and what you call it?
God,
Bed sheet.
yeah.
A sleeping bag, because she doesn't want bed bugs. These are her hotels. She trusts them and everything, but she's really like a clean Susanna.
Yeah, bed bugs are just, I mean, I remember when people talk, before we had them in San Antonio, really, you know, when you hear up on the East Coast, you're like, bed bugs, I'd be like, ooh, they're like a tick. They're like a tick, but the thing is bed bugs could run like a dog. They're
Yeah.
fast.
My sister got an infestation of bed bugs, and
Oh,
it was
God.
not funny. They have to, you know, that
Burn down
those
the house.
practically, you know, that those they were even getting into the picture frames, into the picture frames. Yeah, they took the from her sofa or whatever, and you know, in your living room you'll have some pictures. The guy that was cleaning their house out of the bed bugs found them behind picture frames embedded in there. They got in there. They
I
didn't know
read
they
that
had
if
'em.
you take a bottle, a spray bottle, fill it up with alcohol and the 91%, and spray it on the sheets to kill bed bugs.
But also you're supposed to put what's that fucking Arm and Hammer, like on the thing.
What's the earth one? It's called,
The one Target has.
no, you get it in the garden center. It's like a white crystal-y thing that you put down. It's powder, but it's little
Borax?
crystals. No, it's not borax.
You put that on what?
On the bed.
And
You
still
put it on. No, you put it on the floor all the way around the room. It's called. Let me look it up real quick. It starts with like
So, do you know anybody in LA?
No.
So get on.
what heels.
Get on Grindr, use his app.
But you know what? Adam for Adam, you could say, hey, I'm vacationing in whatchamacallit in LA, whatever, and people will hit you up from there, and that way you'll know people once you get there instead of just people. Because I've done trips by myself before the apps, and I would go to like Miami where I didn't know nobody and everything. I would do it on my birthday. It would fucking suck because it's like you're there by yourself. You're having to take pictures by yourself, set up the camera. Especially with the old way when you had to get that camera and just set it up. It wasn't like the phone.
Are you not
Set
okay
up,
with being
run.
by yourself?
I'm sorry.
Are you okay? Not okay with being
Well,
by
no,
yourself?
but you know, it's different. One on your birthday to be by yourself, like a fucking loser.
Okay.
And,
I've
The
gone
losers
on
that you are?
vacations by myself so many times.
yeah, but sometimes it's like you see people partying and everything, and you want to do stuff with them.
But I'm the kind of person I will approach someone and talk to someone.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm-
people
I'm not-
approach me, but still.
Yeah, it
but when you
just
know
should
people,
be-
maybe they're able to stay for free. No, that's one less hotel room.
Oh.
Nigga, think. You trying to save
You
somebody
ain't
from
put
more
me in
alcohol?
you ain't put me in no stranger house.
What if you don't drink no alcohol?
That's your fucking fault, not mine. It's not even started about alcohol. Anyways.
Borracha.
I want you to pronounce the word.
Anything else?
It's called diatomasias.
Oh
I think.
yes, and
That's
it's safe for animals.
Yeah.
It's safe for and
But
that'll
it
get
kills
rid
the
of
bed bugs. The makeup, it real down little. If you were to look at it at a microscope, it looks like thousands of little swords. So when the bug crawls across it or whatever comes in contact, it pierces the body and makes them dry out.
But it's just for bed bugs?
No, it's for all crawling insects.
Yeah.
Ooh, send me that.
Roaches, ants.
Yes, he has a lot of infestations.
What if it's just-
I mean,
Jerry's.
it's good to get rid of. You name it.
He's got a lot of infestations.
What about you, Mark?
What? What's me?
Yeah, I know you're moving.
That's my
Yeah,
friend just
I'm in
moved
the process of moving. I haven't
Send it
looked
to me.
yet, but my house is mostly packed already. I gave up all my furniture away already. I'm getting new furniture. I found the sofas I want. I got
IKEA?
my coffee table, my entertainment center.
IKEA?
Was it from IKEA?
Huh?
Was the sofa from IKEA?
No.
No.
No, I'm buying everything from Target, Amazon.
what is the name of the furniture store though that you're getting the
Oh.
That's different.
Rooms to go?
No.
It's nice out on 1604.
Mega furniture?
No,
No, pendeja. Equal.
uh,
Living spaces.
living space.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
Living
nice.
spaces is beautiful.
I found myself was there.
Goodwill.
Uh,
The curb?
no, I'm not Jerry.
You want me to
They're not
text
bad.
it or email it?
It's gonna come out to $1,000 for the sofa and the
That's not me.
Sir,
so-
phone on vibrate?
No, I'm waiting for a phone call. I cannot miss. Thank you. And so,
Putting your chicken like this. I'm sorry, go ahead. We're listening. We're
He
listening.
doesn't have a bra yet.
you
can put it down here.
Oh,
Mark, you can put it down here.
Extra today.
Hijo, está bien, cabrón. But no, I was really looking forward to going to LA with Leo, but unfortunately, again, he did not invite me. But it's okay.
Cabrón.
I think I'll set a plan to go to Boston instead. Drive up there.
I love
Okay.
Boston.
In defense of what's your name again, Leo? He did invite you, but
He knows I cannot fly. Okay, that means you.
That-
I'm going to invite
that-
you, but I don't want you to go. Okay.
yeah. Well, you
That's
know,
what it
I
is.
know that's he didn't want me to go either
Well,
because
he
he knew
was
I
blunt
could.
with you.
He's horrified of boats, so he can do
You're
cruises.
horrified about.
He is, yeah.
Yes.
Let me tell you, just for the fact that I was almost dying in the back of my car, he drove my car across the
The ferry.
ferry, and I've never seen someone so nervous, and I was so sick.
I'm
Nervous on a ferry.
I'm terrified of water.
I am scared of water
That's why I only
too.
bathe once a year. So,
But you've been on lots of ferries.
He hasn't been on you yet.
Thank God.
What can I gag
Well,
this
am
bitch
I?
with?
I just don't want to drive 18 hours.
I don't
it's
blame you.
not bad.
I like it.
Oh, we put some
Actually, you see a
music
lot of
on,
beautiful country.
we laugh and talk, make fun of
Take the train. Take Amtrak then.
The train is even
It's
longer.
more. It's
yeah.
expensive
It is.
too.
First class Amtrak is fabulous.
But it's a
There's only
Amtrak's-
one Amtrak.
And it's- Amtrak has gotten expensive.
You don't
Part.
It's
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
Amtrak has gotten expensive though.
Does it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
more than a flight.
yeah. I got a round trip flight for $175.
Can't beat
What?
that. Unheard
Because
of.
nobody wants to
honestly,
go
you
on
can't get
trips
gas
right
for that
now.
either, I don't think.
A round trip
Huh?
flight to
I don't think
Ibiza
you
is
can get
for $4,000.
No.
Let's go to Spain.
Okay,
I'd love
stop
to
being
go to
bougie just because you got your little social security check. We cannot afford fucking Ibiza in Spain and shit like that.
Okay, Canary
I'm
Islands.
happy that he's just going to LA and get the fuck out of the shitty ass town.
The city, this town ain't shitty. Hello, it's a nice town.
It is a nice time.
No,
Anyway,
it's not.
have fun,
Thank
Yes,
you.
have a good time.
get dick
Hopefully your finger
or
might
ass,
crash
whichever.
and in the ocean or lake or mountain or
There's no ocean between here and LA.
Oh, well, they actually have to fly out over the ocean when they come back.
If you decide to go to the border, okay, make sure you take your passport.
Oh, I'm not going to go to the border now.
Fort
That's too
Lauderdale
far
is
to go
better.
down there. You don't
Yeah.
want to, you don't want to go.
TJ's right there.
Huh?
DJ's right
I don't
there.
want to
Told you
go.
to turn that down.
Hour or something. We want to go down there.
But I can't.
He's gonna do. You said Venice Beach,
Yeah.
which is a blast.
That is gorgeous.
It is.
I almost got an Airbnb there for $50 a night, but they didn't have any openings on almost all the days that I
And
was
how are
going
you
to be
going to
there.
travel around? Just
Uber.
hoof it.
Uber?
No, I'm just going to take the bus.
Oh.
There's the bus, the
What?
metro, the
Oh,
train.
yeah,
They have
we do that
subways,
too.
Yeah, I don't mind.
The train takes you right to the beach.
Like this.
Straight
The
to
train goes from the top all the way down like that,
Oh, really? Wow.
and then the
The train
buses.
takes you in your studios. It takes you to the beach. It takes you. Where else did we used to go?
Bookstores?
Mark, you're going to drive by yourself to Boston anyways. You can still drive to LA by yourself.
Work didn't say anything
I'll go with you
because
at LA.
and you're going on
I
vacation.
was just fixing to say,
They were
well,
actually
Wiggles, I could go with you,
enforcing
but
us
you get on
to
the
go.
car with me and Rick.
Because
Me and
our,
Mark.
our grant year
All three
ends
of us
in
would be a
September, and so we had time.
we would
that
leave
can
you in
take
Joshua
off,
Tree National
and they're
Park.
like, you should take time
Find me
off,
a
otherwise
husband.
you're going to lose it.
Okay,
So,
got it.
yeah.
We'll talk.
But yes, I'm excited.
Yeah, Gilbert said, "Just try. You could drive." It's like, yeah, you love driving by yourself. I just wanted you to say it.
Seriously, if you're driving by yourself, it probably would take you more than the 18 hours because you need to stop and sleep somewhere.
Actually, no. When I used to drive from here to LA and from here to Florida, the only stops I would stop was on the rest to put gas. I will get my food there, go to the restroom there, and keep driving. I'm not. I don't like stopping in hotel rooms. It's just, to me, it breaks.
Waste of money.
It's a waste of money, and it breaks my energy because I love to drive.
But I mean, the downfall is look at someone as tall as I am. I start getting horrible cramps in my back, my legs.
But you're not going with them.
Tell him to shut the fuck up.
How do you know I'm not going with you?
He just said he's going by himself.
Because you may not know. Copper and Tex and Wiggles might be in the back seat, and Mark and I might be in the front.
Poor Copper and Tech.
I don't even know what I'm yoo-hooing. Yoo-hoo, Lakia. I'm not really sure what happened. Everybody else put yoo-hoo. I guess I'll yoo-hoo it too.
Wayne, has anything been going on?
Wayne's going with you to LA.
Oh my
no.
Oh my god!
We holler at that guys every time because Jerry is working our last fucking gay nerve. Actually, we don't even have one left now.
I had one nerve left, but he got on it.
Don't forget lesbian nerve.
I
too.
have had a very good week. Everybody knows that Richard took a job, and I was worried about him keeping it, but he likes it. He's working hard.
But it benefits you in the long run.
Oh, of course it does. I told him, I said, I'm depending on you to keep this job financially. I said, I can't stay afloat trying to move and all that. I can't do it.
We
you know?
should. There's two people in a relationship.
So-
Unless he's the wifey, there's no reason for you to be taking care
So
of him.
he-
He is the wifey.
Plus,
No.
with the heat, it can help him lose
Is your wife
some
working?
pounds.
Yes. And she's looking for a second job. I mean, he's looking for a second job.
I'm sorry, guys. I know it's always about Santiago, but Wayne's gonna.
Well, I didn't bring it up.
Wayne's gonna come back in on
He asked me the question.
Wayne's gonna come back
but
in.
It's good
So-
for you to have somebody that both
So
working.
Richard did get his first paycheck, and now he makes double of what I get. So I got taken on a date last night. He took me to a restaurant. He bought me some clothes.
Did you put it out?
We went to the movies.
Buff clothes?
I bought a couple of pair. I bought a pair of shorts, two pairs of shorts. But it was just funny because he was just like, "Now you sure you really like Keith?" Because I went cuckoo. They have tons of Keith Haring stuff right now
Where?
at H&M.
I love Keith
Oh, I
Haring.
do too. Remember, he was big in the movement for
Bring recognition.
yeah. And what was it? What was it? Act Up.
Oh yeah.
He funded Act Up a lot. And then we went to the movies, and it was funny because Wiggle scared the shit out of that girl. And I had a good week. I'm not worried like I used to worry until this bitch loses that job. But
But no.
while he has it, though, I don't
his-
worry
his
at all.
working is good for your mental health.
Yeah.
Are you
Forget
saving
financial.
money? Is he saving money for your move?
I don't know. Well, he's not really spending anything. He says, I don't want to really use anything in the bank account. I want to use cash. So, I mean,
Well,
he's probably got. I mean, yeah, we're saving for the move. I mean, the only thing on the move is I'm gonna have probably what I'll do is have to rent a trailer and have.
You can rent
Something.
a U-Haul for like $19.99.
But they charge by the mile
Yeah,
too,
charge
don't
by
they?
the mile.
Oh.
no, all you guys do is they don't charge the mile. All you guys do is just put the gas. That's it.
No, they do.
They charge you by the mile. It's like
Really?
Yeah.
Since when?
26 cents or something
Yeah.
like that.
Well,
does.
they give you so many miles that you can do, and then it's what? I think
On
it
a
is
long
26.
trip, in town only,
Yeah.
you
No,
pay
when,
for every
when,
mile.
when I rented my U-Haul, of course this was 2 years ago, we had I think 26 miles that we could use first, and then I think it was 26.
Not for
No,
me.
last time I rented a U-Haul, it was just $20-some and just for the gas. That's it.
Nope. No, now you have to tell them your starting location, your ending location,
Oh, wow.
and the miles in between. And if you go over that, then you have to pay extra.
Yeah.
What I did.
But
So
I was gonna
like
do-
when we got the U-Haul, I had to tell them what we're gonna go from here
Okay,
to
I guess
here.
that's why I thought we had miles.
And then when we took that detour, I was like freaking out because I only told them that we would use a certain amount of miles. But thankfully, even with that detour, we were still within that certain amount.
Because what I was thinking I'll do was, Santiago had said, "Hey, we'll just rent a trailer, park it at my house. I can fill it up, and he's got the hitch. Just come and he'll take it to wherever it needs to go." So,
Okay, a trailer's small. Ain't a trailer small?
It depends on what size of trailer.
the biggest piece of furniture I have is that king size bed, and it's just the bed frame breaks down. So whatever the width of the headboard is, that's the longest thing I'm going to have.
Same for me. Because I'm gonna probably do
Y'all
that as
have
well.
headboards?
Just get
Y'all need to
that.
stop moving.
I haven't moved. I've been where I was at 5 years.
Yeah.
But it's time to go. The other night they shot the place up, and I mean when I shot it up, there was like 35 or 36 cartridges that they on the ground,
Shit.
holes all in the windows here and here.
Wow.
Where do you live again?
In the hood.
Well, it's not the ghetto; it's the get.
Oh.
There's are some places a little worse off, but
It's like
Not much.
South New Braunfels.
But that
over
can
there by
be
the school, you knew
anywhere.
the school.
Oh, okay.
That can be anywhere. Seriously, it can.
Oh yeah,
You know,
shootings
Yeah.
can be there, but
Where I
it
used
is
to
rough.
live-
There's a lots of drugs where I'm at. I mean, it's gotten bad again lately.
Where I used to live there next to Sac, there was actually a hole in my wall where
a
a
bullet.
bullet almost hit me.
I mean,
From
Friday
a
and
shooting.
Saturday nights. Friday and Saturday nights, it's not unusual. Especially Saturday, it's not unusual for me and Terry. And we live right around the corner.
Yeah.
It's not
This is
unusual
a
for us
nice-
to hear gunshots. It's
And
not
I
unusual
consider
at
this to be a
all.
nice
It's
area
not
of town.
unusual.
So, people go, oh, well, this neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
You have a lot of homeless people in your area.
Like I was telling these guys this morning around 3 or 4, I was walking Tex, and there was this gentleman at the corner where I live at masturbating.
Ah,
He had no shirt on and no shoes. He was a homeless guy.
But he was high on
standing-
meth.
Most likely he
'Cause
was.
that's what it
He was
does
standing
to you.
there Just masturbating. I'm like, what the fuck?
You know who I did see the other day? Because I took that behind street to come over here because I had gone through Whataburger or whatever. Or I was going to Whataburger. I missed it. I came by your place, and I was like, oh, that's got to be the guys Bart talking about a African American man in a wheelchair.
Yes.
No.
oh,
No clothes on.
Mark almost called Rudy to join them.
I saw
I
the
knew
guy.
he wasn't
He had like
talking
this
before
hospital gown, a brown and white hospital gown. It was just like thrown over on the side. I was like, okay.
Eek. That's nasty.
Oh, and where were we that one time where we were driving and we saw a really, really, really fat guy on the wheelchair?
That was there on San Pedro, wasn't it? Right there in front of QT.
Was it?
I think.
I thought it was on military.
No, it's wrong. No, it's
But
right.
what,
I
what
think
was
it was
it?
there on San Pedro in front of QT.
It was just funny because he was really big, or
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he
And
was
was he naked?
huge.
He had no shirt on.
No, sir. It didn't look like he had pants on.
But
Because-
then again, it could have been covered by because he was.
The rolls?
Rolls.
Why are we fat?
I know.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I mean,
yeah.
we're not trying to.
And I'm not
offend anybody,
participating
Well,
in this conversation.
hold on. There's
Oh,
a there's
fat now.
a there's a difference in
Between
fat.
fat
There's a
shaming.
difference in fat shaming and something that is just medically out of control.
Yeah.
but this guy was.
Obesity, like in that way, is definitely
It's definitely
it's
a
out of
disease.
control. Yeah.
Let's call
And
it
I'm
what
sure
it
the
is.
wheelchair didn't help.
Yeah, it's definitely a disease because overeating can be the same. It's an addiction. It's an addiction just like anything else. And calling it what it is not shaming. He probably says the same thing and wonders how many other people say it about him.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, can you
I know
imagine?
I do,
knows
and I'm
he's
not
not-
even that fat.
He's
Can
not,
you imagine the calorie intake on that?
Well, you know what? When I watch
Thousands and thousands. I do too.
when I watch 600-Pound Life and the doctor saying you have to cut back to 1,200. He says what you're eating right now is about 12,000
Yes.
calories a day. I can't even imagine what 12,000 calories looks like. I can't.
I'm not even sure if I eat 1,200 calories.
the
a day.
one girl,
Yeah, exactly.
that one girl, bless her soul, she was from San Antonio, and I don't know
A
if you ever saw that
Mexican
one.
girl?
Yes,
Imagine that.
and they went, and they showed a day in
A Mexican person.
a day
from
of
San
her life,
Antonio.
her day of her life here, and she would literally go.
Half of my family.
She would go through. No, listen though. How much she would eat? She would go through McDonald's and she would order 2 meals at McDonald's, and then as she was going to Jack in the Box, she would eat the 2 meals from McDonald's, and then she would order at Jack in the Box, and then she'd eat those 2 meals, and she would go through Taco Cabana, and she would eat those 2 meals, and then right next to her house was a Kentucky, and then she would go, and then she would get like a 24-piece Kentucky. Let her live.
No, my sister, when the fuck did she get all this money?
Right?
Disability.
That's exactly what I was thinking just now.
Disability doesn't get that much.
Well, but let me just say.
She makes money on the side.
Let me just say this. Terry and I had a friend, and I can show y'all pictures, and she was probably one of those from my 600-Pound Life. She weighed
1,000-pound life.
Yeah, well, actually, she probably Terry. She probably weighed 1,000 pounds. She probably literally did, and so she was bedridden for a long time. I have pictures of this girl.
Mark's all interested.
She had a girlfriend who, when they first met, of course, she didn't start out like that. She was big already. She was a big girl, but she was not like that.
No, that's good.
But my point is that these people do not get that way by themselves. No. Because if she's bedridden, somebody's bringing her the food.
Yeah.
First of all, we would tell her girlfriend, Terry and I would tell her girlfriend, well, why do you bring her everything? Because if not, she's going to get mad and she's going to cuss me out. And what is she going to do? Get up and out of the bed and beat your ass up? She can't fucking move. So
her when
just
she's asleep.
No, they have to sleep in a different bed.
And on that show that you're talking about, that doctor addresses that, and they always point that out, how manipulative these people are.
Mm-hmm. And so the whole thing was they kept bringing her, and then if the girlfriend didn't, she would call her sisters, and her older sisters, they were in their 60s, I guess. They would say, "Oh, don't be treating our sister like that. Give her what she wants," or they'd bring it over. Mm-hmm. So that
person, how big were the sisters? Were the sisters pretty
No,
big
the sisters were not that big. The sisters were, they were chunky, but they weren't big. And so anyway, eventually, she could get. It was a chore, but she could get out of the bed to go take a shower. But it was a process.
How'd she go to the restroom with eating all that food?
Bedpan, probably.
Bedpans, probably, and things like that.
I always think about that. If you think about it like ABC, A is the ass, B is the boo-boo, and C is where it contacts the air. How does that little turd get from here to here through that area?
I have a friend. This is a true story. when I used to work at the nightclub, there was a DJ there. I'm not gonna mention his name. I don't know if he's still alive or not. But
It's okay, guys. I'll figure it out.
I used to live with them, and
Did y'all cuddle?
he used to bathe. What?
Did y'all cuddle?
No, Brenda, I'm not you. He used to bathe. I'm not joking. Probably once a month. And
He was that big?
he was that big. When he used to go to the restroom, he could not wipe his ass. Okay, and when he used to bathe, he used to ask me to help him bathe.
I've heard you say this before.
And I did. I used to get one of those toilet scrubs and scrub his ass of all that crust that will build there. And it just.
Hi, Jerry. You put things in your mouth you don't know nothing about. Stop acting like all Jerry.
You never know, bitch.
Yes, I do.
And then I used to put cream on his ass. Medication, I don't know what the hell it was.
Like an ointment.
Hemorrhoid or
Everything
ointment
so.
cream,
And
yeah.
like that for the sores to heal. But it was crazy. He could not wipe his ass.
And you to get up under all those different folds and stuff, and those infections start up under there.
And that's what the sisters and the girlfriend had to do with her. They had to get in between all the folds and everything like that. So she would take showers, though, twice a week, but it was hellacious. It was like a chore. It took all of them like a team to get her to get in the shower. The shower wasn't that far because they lived like in a small, very small home. The shower wasn't that big, you know, but it was big enough to accommodate her. And then, of course, she couldn't even if it had a ramp this small, she wouldn't have been able to pick up her foot. So she would get in there and they would sit her down, and then the whole team took to bathe her. Now, that girlfriend, things happened between her and that girlfriend took off. But eventually another girlfriend came in her life, and this girl could pick them up. Don't ask me how, I don't know. But she turned her around to where right before she died, because we didn't know she was sick. Well, she wasn't sick. All this is going on, and she doesn't have diabetes, and she doesn't have this, and she doesn't, like, what the hell? Anyway, she started losing weight enough to where she got in a wheelchair and went down a ramp and went outside for a birthday party that they threw her. Ooh, Terry and I went to the birthday. She lost a lot of weight. Now, she didn't lose all of it, but she lost a lot, enough to be able to stand up and have a few dance spins with her girlfriend. You know, but that's where that girlfriend took her, you know. But here's my thing, like for lunch or dinner, she would drink a 2 or 3 liter bottle of soda, the whole bottle, you know. And you know, Terry and I asked her one time, we're going to take some food over to your house. What do you want? I thought, Lord Jesus, this bill's going to cost us, you know. And I'm almost thinking of it. I don't know what we took. It was either Kentucky or Church's Chicken, you know. And we actually bought a limited amount to say we didn't have any part in this. You know what? We're just doing what we can, and that's it. I'm not buying 40 pieces of chicken to accommodate her not because we couldn't spend it, because I was making pretty decent money then. I wasn't working, you know, where I was working somewhere else. I was making pretty decent money, but because I didn't want to contribute to that, you know, my own self. But yeah, I mean, I could show you a picture. I mean, she's just laying in the bed all spread out.
That's one thing I don't get. On every episode of My 600-Pound Life, they have a partner. Like, how is it that they can get a partner?
That's
and
what
like,
my friend
And us can't find anything.
or it took you guys forever to find somebody?
Well, they have the partner, I think, before that starts. They have that partner before they start taking that shape, though, and now it's up to the partner to stay. And so, you know.
But either way, she was huge already when the first partner left, and she found another one.
Yeah, it was an old friend.
Like Leo said, it's weird because people like that do find partners, and people like, well, Leo's really not looking. No. But I'm going to use Leo. I'm not going to use you, Jace. I'm going to use Wayne. It took him forever to find someone.
But I wasn't looking, though.
I know you were not looking, but you wanted someone in your life. Because you mentioned a couple of times before Richard came into your life.
I know.
It's like Jace here. I mean, the 3 single guys here is Leo, Jace, and Jerry. But I'm not saying.
I'm actually happy being single. I can't complain. I'm kind of like with what's your name, Wayne here. That I actually have stopped looking because I know if I'm actively looking, I'm not going to find it.
You're not gonna find it.
When I'm not looking, it's going to fall in my lap.
Yep.
And so I feel like sometime in the future that.
Well, I don't think there's anybody in the ceiling listening to our conversation, so they probably won't fall into your lap today.
But that, I mean,
if you're in that situation where you are kind of looking for someone, you have to actively yourself put some effort in. They're, like you said, they're not going to fall out of the ceiling. You can't sit like, and I'm not saying anyone in particular, but you can't sit in this room and go, oh, I wish I could really meet someone.
You got to be active. Go
You have
the
to
museum.
go to the places where those people might
Go to
potentially
the
be.
positive. Go to the Golden Girls show.
And I realized that too because I don't normally go out anywhere, and so I'm like,
Bitch, you're out every single day. Shut the fuck up.
I'm not.
before I never really I went out anywhere. I was just at home most of the time.
And the thing is, when he's out every single day, what is he doing? Something with living positive.
No, it's not. Last night was not.
Well, yesterday was not living positive. That's true.
For once,
Oh, you lying piece of shit.
What did you do last night?
That's
I went
your
to main
vice
event.
president you're talking
What
about.
was that? I still don't know what that was.
main event's just a place where you go to like bowl or do pool,
Video games.
Video games.
Oh, is it a building?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's like a.
Where's it
It's
at?
really cool, actually.
Where's it at?
We
It's
should all
on
go one
I-10.
day.
I-10 and something.
410 and 151.
410.
Across-
Yeah.
410 and
you know where the
151.
Target is on 151 and 410?
Why is
Yeah.
Milton?
It's literally right across the highway.
Okay.
We should all go one day.
Old Furs,
Oh, that's the where they do the
cafeteria.
laser tag and all that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I've been wanting to do laser tag with all y'all.
Well, let's go one
I
day.
want to do laser tag.
I do too.
Let's go tomorrow.
I want to do putt-putt.
I don't know about that.
Nine.
Let's do putt-putt. For a cool
We
crowd.
still haven't done golfing or mini golf.
But I think we're going to end the podcast there. It is noon. Thank you guys so much for listening. We will see you all next week. And we hope you liked it.
We're a bunch of nutcases.
Bye.
Bye.